Welcome back to hour 2 of episode 5 of Unfettered. So, Constance, you are currently having a joyride on someone's poor sailing boat, being chased by the bulk of the Imperial Navy stationed at Dunsimic, and you are illuminated suddenly by a bright blue glow, and you hear behind you a series of shrieks. And looking behind, you see three, not quite horse-sized, pure white, almost textureless, draconic creatures coming out of this sigil and flying toward you. You recognize this as standard military summoning magic, as they are summoning creatures to that are usually used against enemy crew.
Can I get a standard military summoning magic for 300?
You can if you make an Athenium, or a Locus. And the ship behind it is pretty large. It's larger than any of your guys' ships, as are the other four.
Will the summons actually be able to catch up to the ship that keep going?
It's a good question. They can certainly try.
They can try, but
I don't think they.
I am willing to make a bet that I do have a faster move speed than them, so I'm just gonna gun it.
So here's the thing, combat.
If this was a combat and I'm trying to maneuver, I think they'd be useful. But I think in a pure just run the fuck away, and they are behind me, I think I'm good.
I don't think that they are expecting you to run into the interdiction field.
Why would you say that?
Who the hell would run into one of these things?
That.
But just for the show of, yes, I'm that person, I will zap one with lightning.
Okay.
I spend 1 point. I'm not even trying to kill it. I'm shocking it. 3 lightning damage, or 1. Let's find out.
3 lightning damage? Let's see. I don't know what their saves are like. Just roll a d20 for me and all.
Probably not a pass.
Probably not. The dex save.
They have +7 to their dex save.
They do have, what is that, +3, and then if they're proficient, no. Yeah, no. So you zap one of them, and it screeches.
Take that.
As you singe one of its wings.
Black lightning shoots off the back of this boat. All right, you know it's me.
Yeah.
Keep going.
2 of them swoop low down to fall between the houses so that you can't get a line on them. And you hear screams from the city below. And yeah, the ships are in pursuit, but you're booking it.
I am the eternal storm. I am the chaos that will always strike the Empire. I'm so Constance is saying that. I am the eternal storm. I will be the chaos of the Empire. Lost in the wind.
Yeah. And this field, which I think we described previously as sort of like a silvery lightning barrier, is quickly approaching.
I walked through it though, right? We've seen people walk through it.
You haven't walked through it. Albert did earlier.
Okay. I'm realizing there might be a slight problem.
You have no idea if you'll be able to get through it.
If I touch a genasi of lightning sparks.
What happens?
When a battery hits a field. So this is going to be a fun experiment of electricity.
Yeah, so you go careening into this field, and the ships behind you. Albert, you can see this. You know, you're watching. Are you using the spyglass to watch this? Yeah. So I think in the TV show version, we see the circle cropped outline of your spyglass view.
Constance flipping them, like turns around and starts flipping them off.
We've got like some shaky cam going, and we see Constance heading straight for the field, and then we like swivel over to the ships, and the ships like all begin to slow down, and then there's a bright flash as Constance and her boat cross the field, and looking back over, you see the smoking ship like falling out of the air, carried by its momentum, and then it smashes into the sand, and
Constance.
No.
Constance is gonna try to jump. Okay, well first.
Which one is it called? Oh, it's 7 paces.
No.
There and back again works. Okay, so you teleport up to 20 feet, and then at the end of your turn, you teleport back to the spot you occupied before, teleporting unless it is now occupied or on a different plane of existence. You can make the anchor the spot that you return to, because that has an unlimited distance unless it's on a different plane.
Yeah.
Oh, for the second.
Yeah,
that's
the second part of it.
Whew, that's some rules lawyering. I mean, I'll probably allow it. However,
other than that,
we have some. Sorry, let me rephrase. I will technically allow it, but we have some things to roll. First, we're gonna have to roll a save for your ship as it smashes into the sand. I assume you're teleporting beforehand, but we're gonna see what happens to the boat first. So if you could roll a, I guess that would probably be a dexterity save. Yeah, a 23 is pretty good. So it doesn't immediately break up when it hits the sand, although it is going to take a considerable amount of damage regardless.
Oh no, we're so broken up about that ship that we totally care about.
I hate you. That was a terrible joke. You hit the field, and from Constance's viewpoint, your ship hits it, and you hear the engine cut out, and you feel the ship start to come out from underneath you, and then you hit the field, and there's a flash as the field interacts with you. How many psychic power points do you have?
About 25 if the there and back has not gone off.
Okay. If you could roll a Constitution saving throw for me? That's pretty good. You have 5. As most of your psychic power is discharged into the field.
Wouldn't it be... I save 18 because you want to roll high? That's like the opposite.
The save was to see if you have any left at all.
Oh. Because that just happened to be the difference.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That is some convenient math.
Again, so...
Yeah, so your hair frizzes and black lightning sort of like scatters across the field, and then you.
I think immediately after that, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, we get a slow-mo shot of you passing through the field, and like the lightning scattering off of you, and like this gasp of air as the wind is knocked out of you, and then you just sort of like phase out of existence, and all that's left is the energy, scattering across the field.
And there's just an outline of me where I was in electricity for a second.
Yeah. And then there's the whoomp and the like geyser of sand as the boat hits the desert.
Well, that's gonna be a story. And I'm just sitting in like the hideout, like, who was the other person who was there? There was the person
Yeah.
who let us in originally.
Yeah, so we don't see you in the hideout yet. We go back to Albert's viewpoint, and you look back from the ships to where the boat lands, and you see like the boat hit the sand, and it doesn't break apart, and it's like okay, she's probably fine. And then there's just this like the sound of sort of like the finale of a fireworks show as all of the ships open fire on the location where the boat was, and it's just like obliterated in an instant.
Constance, Constance, are you there?
Hi. That shield. By the way, I should never touch it again.
Where are you?
Oh, you remember that hideout we went into?
Jump up. Yes.
Yeah, I'm there.
Is it in a pocket dimension in the middle of space?
Yeah, the woman sitting there is like, she just sort of is looking at you like, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah, because in her, from like we go back to like it shows the room and just like suddenly just this black lightning and I'm just sitting there on the bed after, just like.
I think like maybe your momentum carries through, so we see you like smack into the wall.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fall asleep now. I'll just lay down. I'm just going to bed.
Constance, we need to do something about the situation at hand. The
No.
infection builds up and
Sleep sounds like a great idea. Is there anywhere to sleep on this bucket?
Like you just see like the most like frustrated expression come across Albert's face. Gamzees, don't ever call my ship a bucket again. First of all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Of all,
Is it pale where you come from?
What?
Is it called a pale where you come from?
Don't call me pale. It's very disrespectful. I'm gonna like call up Constance. Constance, are you? What's wrong? Do you need rest?
Yeah. That field. It doesn't hurt, but you know what happens when I touch Genasi? It's like that, but a lot at once.
So are you like a piece of oolite drained of energy?
Sure, we'll go with that. And I just like, at this point, I'm like curling up in a ball. The person in the room still just like, what? Who are you talking to?
Yeah, you hear sure, let's go like that. Let's just go with that, but it's muffled through the blanket that she's pulled over her head.
And then you hear like a shout from Albert's side. Damn, my cannon's broken. I'm gonna turn up the sitting stone. I'm gonna look at the rest of the crew. All right, Gamzees, we're gonna need to stow you away. We can't have you arousing any suspicion after all.
Your ship's already been searched. Like.
Yeah, true, but it's precaution.
It's better than having her hanging out on deck.
I looked to one of the crew members. I'm like, see to it that she has a place to sleep. Zaire,
Aye, Captain.
I assume you can handle yourself. I'm gonna pull out the other setting stone for the other ship. I'm gonna radio him. This is Captain Vessinger.
Yes.
Who's this again?
Actually, no. I think you just hear. It is. It's Lifo is clearly on the other end.
Great, Lifo. I need you to relay these orders to my crew. Tell them to get to move the ship closer to the city, and make sure that the Odairs are aware that we're going to be moving in the morning.
It will be done.
Right. Thank you. And I'm gonna cut signals to that. I'm gonna turn to the rest of the crew. All right, crew.
Maybe vaguely in the background, we just hear him saying, "Excuse me, excuse me," and there's like rowdiness happening.
Eventually, someone will listen.
Hey, listen. And then I'm gonna.
It's Mabel. She can't help.
Hey, Lifo has something to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn to the rest of the crew and be like, all right, men. we're gonna set a light watch for tonight. Make sure there's always someone on the deck. But for the most part, sleep up. We're going to have a large operation tomorrow.
All right, yeah. The crew will get themselves organized into shifts.
Excellent. And then like
it's probably
yeah,
like 3 in the morning at this point.
Yeah, they're all like getting up. I like glance over the captain's cabin, and then I like walk to the like what do you call the front of the ship?
The prow.
The prow of the ship, and like look across the city. Kind of like glance over to the other gate where Smithers died, and like look away. Well, I suppose I should try my hand at this whole thing. And you see him like rubbing his hands together. I don't know how this will work, but I hope it will. And like he turns to face like the center. He like goes down to the deck and grabs some supplies, and he like draws a circle of chalk on the deck of the ship. And like like as the crew are passing by, they give him like weird looks, like, well, what's the captain doing? And I'm like, anyway, and I'm like, all right, stay away from the circle. No one disrupt it. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a real bad, nasty surprise. So he sets up like these lines in the ground, and then you just see him like kind of sit in the middle of it, and like cross-legged, hands on his chest, and his skin starts to like crack like very slowly, like when we've seen him use magic before, and his like skin kind of like cracks up, and you see like flows of like that kind of molten magma, and it's just like this like slow buildup. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cast the spell here. Just as soon as my character sheet decides to work with us.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think they didn't put the spell text in. Love
but,
that.
But you're summoning a steed.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm finding myself a steed. So like first he starts off like cross-legged, like meditating. You see like his skin cracking and like flaking and like molten, like you can see the light in under his skin as his veins like fill with this molten like energy. And after like after about 10 minutes of him meditating like that, you see the chalk lines in the ground start to like bubble up with the same energy, and like the night sky, like you can't see it because it's dark out, but you see like looking through a point in space, like at the back of the ship or against the night sky, it's just like pitch black, like you can't see anything through it. And he like stands up and he opens his eyes, and they're just like full of like that same kind of like burning light. 2 horns manifest on his head, and like you see like these small like motes of light start to form in like circle pattern in the air above his horns. And he like and he shouts something, like his like throat like feel like bit like shooting out a bunch of light in primordial. No one can like really understand it. It's like this gravelly voice that just sounds like it shouldn't exist. And that like that area of darkness in the center starts to fill with like a blazing light, and like a creature reaches its claw out from like the area of darkness as it like slowly drags itself through. It's like a winged 4-legged creature, kind of vaguely like a bat, but it's huge. It's like twice the size of a person. Its skin is black and like black carved stone, and it's got these 2 like eyes that are kind of slowly burning like embers, and smoke like billowing out of it.
Nice. Yeah, so this like large bat-like creature claws its way through the gap and onto the deck of the ship.
Yeah. And the crew's just like,
yeah, there's like smoke billowing off of it a little bit as it acclimates to the prime material plane, and whatever plane it came from slowly evaporates off of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then like Vessinger just kind of like looks at the circle. It's like broken, and it's like it's basically like flying off the ship in motes of ash. Looks at the creature and it's like, good. I will have to figure out where to store you on the ship, but wow, sure is a large thing. I wasn't sure if that'd work.
Yeah, I think it cocks its head and then screeches this high pitched screech, and then we get a cut, which like in the TV show version would probably be like a commercial break,
Yeah.
and we go to Constance, sort of. Constance, you are asleep, but as you sleep, you're dreaming of, appropriately as your camera cuts out for me, a void of darkness. There we go. And it feels like it's reaching out, forever, but it echoes like it's a finite space. And you've dreamed of this place before, but more of just like a in between your other dreams. Sometimes you'll dream of this space, and then your brain will like start forming other things around you, and then you go back to dreaming normally. But you've been in this space for a while now. What have you been doing?
I think that, yeah, so this is Constance by herself while no one else is watching, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, so this is kind of like dream space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think how, like, Constance, like, so the camera sees the front of Constance, and it, like, as it spins around, like, her coat is, like, turns to, like, dark thunder clouds, almost, behind her. So, like, from her view, she is normal, but when other people look at her, it's like the back of her hair is like sparking with lightning and different.
Yeah,
it's just obviously, but for as far as she is concerned, it's normal. So she's just kind of been like walking around, like trying to find a ball, just trying to walking, and I guess for like if she's been here for a while, she'll like start getting bored and start like tapping her foot, and she starts getting impatient and like very antsy, and she's like fiddling with her sword in its sheath, and like
I think as you get impatient, maybe like a wind sort of picks up, like not one that you can hear, but one that you can see, as like her hair and her clothes begin to move around her. Maybe some like lightning arcs off occasionally, and a voice from off screen says, "An impressive display."
As I always do.
And you look over, and it's Constance. You are looking almost in a mirror, but without any of the anything else. None of the like projected sense of self or anything. Just standing almost preternaturally still, just beside you.
Man, my mind is fucked up.
It is. But you don't seem to be doing much to deal with that. Now are you?
Would you?
I would. No one wants to be a slave, least of all to themselves.
That's true. But I am eternally free in my own mind. I look around at the vast darkness that may or may not be confined.
Freedom is such a poorly defined thing, don't you think? I mean, you're correct. You are free here. Free to do anything you would like within the bounds of possibility. But what can you do here, truly?
Stand there, just... I can do whatever I want. I can fly free as a way. I can do that in real life as well. That's much less fun. I can I can fly now. By the way, I actually can fly now.
Crispy's like, I picked a character race so that I could do this. How dare you?
Just standing there, just like just kind of like more and more frustrated.
You're
With,
limited, Constance. But as you so aptly pointed out, you are in your own mind. You're free here, but you define that freedom.
Yeah, I think at this point, Constance is like, it's gonna start to like try to shape the world differently.
You're like trying to
And,
lucid dream.
Yeah, just, but not. Of course, like her go-to way is like she is naturally psionic. She's used to connecting to other people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
So this attempt might go a little fouled by the fact that there's other humans anywhere near her.
So you're trying to like reach out psionically?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to like shape it psionically, but I end up just reaching out instead.
Okay.
And just like picking up random thoughts and being like, no.
Yeah, so we can see, or maybe we can hear thoughts sort of like as a murmuring behind Constance, like the you Constance, not the Constance you're speaking with. As you like sort of accidentally touch the minds of other people in houses nearby. But whereas, you know, normally you'd either wake up or, you know, you'd start breaking into a different dream. You're still in this space. Are you as free outside your mind, Constance? Even here, you don't have the power to truly affect change. You're too weak. You're not going far enough.
I think at this point, Constance is now super frustrated. Like, she's used to being just this, I can do whatever I want, like freedom, destruction.
You are the
chaos.
eternal storm.
Yeah, and I am now confined. And they're probably like a scream that's, instead of like scream, it's like thunder roaring from her throat.
Mm-hmm.
As she like tries to just like shock everything, like effectively calling a thunderstorm around herself.
Yeah, so like lightning arcs off, this black lightning arcs off of you, and one of the arcs strikes the other Constance, and you're immediately blown like an explosion away from her. And you see in her eye, like she no longer has eyes, they just turn to pure energy, and she smiles at you, and you wake up screaming in like this like elemental way, and there is, like, as you wake up, there is lightning arcing off of you and striking, like scorching the walls.
It's like just sit up and just probably like the blanket clings to me.
Mm-hmm.
What's not burnt.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, well, I need some water.
Fortunately, the other person who was here before is not in presently.
Good. I like look around like, anyone electrocuted?
Yeah, there's like a small fire at the foot of the bed.
Put that out. So like I walk over, get a like find the jug of water wherever it is, take a swig from it, pour some out onto the fire, take a swig from it, pour some out.
Yeah, you put it out just fine. but yeah, the room is like polka dotted with these scorched spots.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna have to light something on fire.
You are well rested, so go ahead and give yourself back all your stuff. And it is the morning. What would you like to do?
Well, I think, like, first thing we do is be like, call up the ship. Be like, guys? Guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
Guys?
so Albert,
Constance.
you wake up to guys, and you like open your eyes a bit and like blink sort of blearily
Yeah.
as sunlight filters in through the windows in the back of the cabin.
Like sit up in bed in front of him, giant bat face.
It's like a dog sleeping on the bed.
It's like a king size bed. Well, I reach around, pick up the thing. Yes, Constance.
Guys?
I'm
Oh,
here.
hi. So, how did you sleep?
Awfully.
Oh, good. I wasn't the only one. Did you leave the room polka dotted?
What? No.
Long story. So,
Constance. Oh,
they think I'm dead. Hopefully.
I'm not
They'll
so
find
sure
out.
you're alive. I'm not sure you should be alive.
I'm sorry. I'm immortal. Or something. Storm said weird things to me. I don't remember it all.
Oh, now storms are talking to you. Great. I thought I was.
Only one, okay? Only one. Gave me my powers.
Right, we're gonna want to start getting ready for the day. Oof. Operation.
Yeah, so
We're gonna need to take down the interdiction field.
I think at this point you like swing your legs out of bed and stand up. Maybe you got like the sending stone near your mouth, and you stretch and you look out the window, and like as you say, we're gonna have to take down the interdiction field. You just trail off, and the field is down. The field isn't there.
Well, apparently that step was taken for us.
Ah,
Constance,
yeah.
we do need to talk seriously.
Can we talk about... Can you go just find out if people think I'm dead or not?
Well, the interdiction field is down, if that helps you.
Well, hopefully. Let's find out. Mind going around and asking for me?
I'll send one of the crew.
Thanks.
Right. Constance,
bored.
we need to talk
Place the
seriously.
cards.
Constance,
What?
we need to talk seriously. What are our next steps of action going to be? We did talk in Hersagul about our plans.
Yeah, we're gonna continue the revolution here, but we need to make it strong. We don't want random people dying. That's just wrong. Though killing off the very important people while we do that would not be a
Hold
bad
on,
choice.
go back a step. Random people dying wrong. Constance, did someone get to you?
No! Random people. People with weapons are allowed to die.
Oh. So, I've been thinking. Part of the whole taking down the interdiction field was quite simply. I think that this might be a good time to how to say, step up to the plate.
Lightning?
And stabbing, ideally.
I get to stab people in the mind?
Sure. Let's do stabbing in the storm.
Alright, well...
My thoughts, well, I figured if we're going to start a revolution, we might as well start it right. I want to take down the governor.
Alright, that's a good start. Problem is that immediately after that, they just assign someone new. What would really make a difference, I said there for a second, is crippling the military. And immediately after we finish here, is we have to move to the next town, and we have to keep ruining chains of commands. We have to do this well. We have to look at their structure and destroy it.
To clarify some information really quick, the governor, Clementine, is in charge of the entire Caspian Desert region.
Oh, so like all of the cities?
Yes.
Yes.
So
we take out the governor, but then we still...
Everything within the desert.
So we have to take them out. We have to take whoever else they send out. We have to continue to destroy chains of commands, destroy ships. We have to do this. This is not an overnight game.
Do I sound like an overnight person to you, Constance?
I mean,
No,
depends on how much you're charging.
Cuddle.
What's up?
No, he won't cuddle. There's like an image of like just after a circle. No cuddles. It's just like the captain's quarters. Like no, come back. Constance, get off. We're sleeping in different beds.
I'm not being tricked by you. Well, like you just see like Albert shake his head, like as he's clearing his mind. Enough of that. I agree with you. I think that the governor's a good start. We don't have the forces to really challenge the Empire, though. So we're gonna have to be quick, and we're gonna have to make sure we don't get seen or tracked, for that matter. Or at least hope to be faster than everything chasing us.
Sit there for a second. They think I'm dead. But as soon as I show my face, they'll know I'm not dead.
So here's the thing, Constance. I don't think Molokai Kent will ever believe that you're dead, even if he killed you himself.
I know, it's a great tactic I've built.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
it's killed me once. It didn't stick.
I'm not gonna ask. Did it stab?
Sit there for a second. Ask Mabel, she knows the story.
Of course she does. All right. First order of business, get back to the ship. Where are you?
I told you, I'm in the hideout.
Gamzee's?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, right.
I've been there since I crashed the ship into the field, and the field crashed into me.
Right. You're gonna have to show me where that hideout is at some point.
Oh.
Get back to the ship, Constance. We need to
have Gamzee's on your ship.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I think because you have all of the sending zones set up in like the cabin of each ship, right?
yeah.
So one of them, you hear somebody go, ooh wee ooh, sort of like you would expect from an alert horn, but it's somebody making it with their voice.
I'm gonna walk over and like activate
Captain.
the power they're activated. Yes.
We're near the city, but that field you were talking about, it's not here anymore.
Yep. That was what I woke up to.
So
But
should we be?
Hold my stone up to her stone. Hold my stone up to her stone.
Should we be docking then?
Don't have interference, do they?
No, you can just put them together.
Yeah. I take a moment. I'm like, in a moment. Stop talking.
Should we be coming into port then?
We might end up. The interdiction field might end up being reactivated. So for the time being, find a place to dock outside the city as close as possible. Be ready for a call. We may be starting an operation. I'll get back to you on the information on what's actually going to happen. First, I need to organize my crew and talk to Constance.
There's a knock on your door.
Yes. Pardon. I'm like, I want to talk to you, and I put.
Just like set them together.
Yeah, and I walk over to the door.
Hello there.
So, the interdiction field. I crashed a ship through it. Ship stopped moving.
That's sort of the idea.
I exploded.
That's a shame, dear.
Almost ran out of juice immediately.
It's fortunate your voice box was left, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. And then they shot my ship. Can you believe them? I mean, it wasn't my ship. I stole a ship and then drove it through the field. But
Of course you did.
them? I mean, sure, they might all think that Constance Stormheart is dead now, but stop for a second. Wait, they think I'm dead now. I can come back to life. I can be a god.
I think we cut over now to Albert like walking up to his door and opening it.
Yeah, like straightening himself self out a little bit, and like opening the door.
Zaire is standing there.
Zaire, please come in.
They'll walk in. They look around, see the two sending stones and the conversation that's happening.
Don't mind them.
I took the liberty of going out for a little bit today and asking some questions.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem that Constance Stormheart is dead.
I'm a god.
But
Well, we might have debatable. We might have different meanings of the word "dead."
well, unfortunately, they cut in. The security at the manor has increased.
Because I think Constance Stormheart is dead, not Gamzee's. Of course.
Indeed, and well, there is some question about whether or not the Rumara was behind the previous revolution, and so there is some concern that they might try to start another.
Of course. Well, that's going to make our lives harder, isn't it? All right. Is Gamzee still aboard our ship?
Yes, I think she is currently winning most of the crew's wages.
Gamzee's.
I think like so Albert storms out and Zaire is left standing there and they like look around stiffly, look back at the sending stones, just pick up both of them, put them back in their slots separate from each other, and then they walk out.
Wait, Callie!
Okay, so we can cut ahead to, I guess, Constance getting back on the ship.
Yeah, I can sneak. Eventually, get back.
Yeah. Okay. So you find your way back. You don't even have to sneak. No one's looking for you. You just are a woman in a hood at this point. Because that previous woman, the one that killed all the people, she's dead.
Yeah. There's no way there could be any other suspicious young woman in hoods.
No.
At some point, I'm gonna like go into a store, buy new clothing, come out, just like.
All right. And I think maybe you have to pass by the section of town where the manor is to get from the hideout to the port, and there you can see that security has been increased. There are guards on the rooftops of the buildings nearby, basically encircling the entire manor. That small square out in front of the manor now has guards. Yeah.
So I think, so the guards is a nice nod at a guard and keep walking. Like,
yeah, she'll like nod in acknowledgement.
Man, the Empire keeps taking care of us every day.
Honestly, the guard probably gives you a weird look. Like nobody thinks that.
Yeah, no, she's all like, yeah, we are. I think maybe you get oh yeah, I'll take care of you.
Don't seduce the guard. Don't seduce the guard. Don't.
But yeah, you can get back to the ship without being harassed.
Okay. So yeah, I get back to the ship and just walk on. Like they're not looking for me. stand up.
I think you get to the ship and Gemsis is sitting on a crate, leaning up against a mast with her arms folded, looking a little grumpy. Well, aren't you just so lucky?
I mean, the field didn't feel that great. Not gonna lie. Do you
That
want to live
is.
the experience with me? I like reach a hand out for her head.
There's like an arc. No, I think that is fine.
Oh, okay.
I will be totally okay if I never have to with you. That is not what I meant.
A great deal of time passed. My apologies. Should I give you a moment?
I mean, I just turn and look at him like, too much lightning, and I just turn and walk away.
Constance.
What? What?
We
I
should
told you the
gather-
plan. We're breaking the supports. We have to figure out what the supports are. There's increased security. It's not going to work. They're preparing for revolution. The people are going to die. And it's going to mean we're going to lose crew. We don't want to lose crew. We'll lose morale. What we need to do now is hit things. We be pirates. We do what we can do. We build up. We get strong. We come back. We support the people the ways we can. All right? There's your plan. We're going to start stealing their supplies, arming up better, arming the revolution with the Empire's weapons.
Well, I suppose we should start making haste and leaving.
Zaire is standing nearby. They just sort of like they have their hands folded in front of them, and they were like standing patiently, but they're interjecting now.
It's like,
I might know something that could be helpful if you are looking for ways to become stronger.
stand there saying, I like being stronger. You get free by being stronger.
Zaire, I just want you to know, we don't need to use... Never mind. I'm sure you're not talking about that.
They look very uncomfortable, and they look back and forth between the two of you. And
Look,
then they
Zaire-
decide to just sort of like look at the deck. It is about the captain's friend and what they were looking for.
Like
Oh.
Albert just kind of takes him on.
Oh, what's he looking for?
I believe he was looking for an artifact from before the cataclysm.
Well, that was his goal in the end.
When the captain spoke of it, I was visited with a vision from fate. Now, we travelers, we find things. It is what we do. We happen upon them because fate guides us, but it is very rare that we are shown with such vividness.
I'm well aware.
I kind of like look at him. How are you aware?
I just like shoot daggers at Constance. Look, whatever it was that was shown to you, I don't want to meddle in this
But
old world.
these things, you know, they are powerful.
And that's exactly the reason why Hersagul is a bunch of floating islands above a sea of boiling energy.
You don't know that. None of us do. None of us were there.
I want this item. Just stand there.
What
for a
I do know is that every day, more people die. For what? For nothing. They die for no reason because people are stupid.
They are.
It's better that a few people die than that all of Hersagul is wiped off the map. If we go looking for weapons from the past, there's no telling what we'd unleash.
Freedom.
Freedom from our corporeal bodies. Yes, that's what dying is.
I was free from that a long time ago.
I will not.
If this is the weapon, we'd be able to take out the governor without needing losses.
Sometimes there are some things that are better left untouched.
If it is there,
You are dismissed, and Albert just storms off.
Zaire shuts their mouth.
I think at this point I'm just gonna be like, we're gonna find it.
I understand that he has feelings about this, but if it is there, someone will find it. And if it is not us, if it is the Empire, then
See, the thing is,
I fear he will be correct.
hypocrisy. He has one of their artifacts in his hand.
If I cannot convince him, then maybe it is you who can.
I just crack my knuckles. I'm a great negotiator. And I start walking off.
One moment. Constance, I think you should see. I think you should see what I saw.
And I'm gonna be like, don't hurt too much. Tap her head. And then...
Yeah, there's we can see the arcing black electricity from your fingertips, and then both of your eyes turn to pure pupil, and we see jarring, disconnected flashes of the desert and the mountains, and the dunes are shifting, and the sands are opening up, and a vast silver and gold mechanical lotus is blooming in the middle of the desert, and something like irises open in the center of it, and then the vision ends.
Well, that's very pretty, and I want it.
Well, no, you know.
I sit there and just yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I think this is a good place for us to take our second break.
Yep.
So let's do that, and we'll probably get to see Constance and Albert argue some more. Woo! All right, back in a little bit.